we are incompetent. So all the say he's urging the NDC because any serious country cannot contain this electoral commission.
Okay, but Mumuno as a party, no, say no. I hear Mami Jane mention. Do you also see her say or incompetent, Anna?
Yes, yeah, and you're incompetent. We're double incompetent.
Well,
you know, when you're incompetent in Kwao, or you're double incompetent and inconsistent. The reason why meeting were double incompetent here, as a commission with integrity, the woman should have stand by her integrity. Say, me, he said the Oba and Oba car, Cultural Parliament for say, me, the court has ordered me to go and collate and declare the results. So, whatever it is, you know, I only know 3 police stations that has been to collate it and declare the results. Sano catch, Sano kai, but no, Sano no you tell me, it's like I say, young call and rerun of 19 polling stations. Only there is circular, or say, Mamino there, or a double incompetence in a say. 3 police stations, no, Monsieur Collate. Baku police station Baku and 19 police station were very rerun. Oh, South police station 3 omishe collate. We no collate no, but or the who can say I collate. So out of the 19, no, the 3 outstanding police station, one of the police station is not among of the 19 police station this woman is said to read.
Okay, so
how can you
how
can you rate this electoral commission? So me I say immediately, you know, Mami we there as you know.
I was so you know.
Mami we so Mami we obe kosi kiosk in Ghana here. Obe kosi big wall in Ghana here. I said the security coach Mami we.
Because I like Gabotreo. Unye no mean Gabotre Mami. Unye no mean a person than the 3rd national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party.
Mami,
and you are speaking in the capacity as the 3rd national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and you say, sir, Jane Mensah, I was some Pamono.
Listen well. Some amount of Mami Kasa. On my capacity as being the next 3rd vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, based the incompetency and inconsistency of this issue or exhibit, you know, you best support NDC for no more pamno because unim. Enemy catch me. Enemy catch say. I said national security for Chimami because one. I dear Mami way you know, a better man the war ever gather because police station, 19 police station, you are 2 about you. Your quality MPP, you were a piece, you were a scan piece. Police station 19 Lumina and the result war. What the culture of parliament say? 19 police station no only problem behind me. What we I got 3 police stations. 3 police stations no kura and 19 so 3 police stations now be there a quality and no kura a collation and you rerun so what catch up parliament then a change here.
A channel Friday. Our multi TV multi TV dig box. I was so at the Patoko radio session. Now I share Sompa 106.5 FM Accra. Obet me at your show EB. And again show live on Sompa 106.1 FM. Our Tachiman. And again live on Sompa 101.1 FM. Takwa. Now I said the Bacano this afternoon we are set to explode right here on For God and Country live on Sompa 106.5 FM. Kai say, Jumadi, a brush near Mount Quansa Bremoa. Number of phrases sort of 0260 196064 0260 196064 0260 196065. Aya Mustapha Bandi, wano aya deputy director of security our Jubilee House. We know what I say. Ono asamu wadi ababetu jare say aye Rosmond Obeng former special aide to aye Baobia appointment no mo dia ma no also on there enya dia nene eje ho ba appointment no ba in fact aye NDC for ho aye juma bebre aye ade o ma complain sa say na ye juma ya support party no all these years ya come appointment na ye the appointment no akwa come a friend say run dindi Rosmond Obeng na mpacho Rosmond Obeng MPP amanyokuo no no dimutintiman pa na uhwe eye Baomia Baomia vice president, former vice president na dia or one of the aid one in them. But say ye kwakoto abano na dia or defect ye baby otwem so no na Tescom national coordinator ewo memu ha na ono na okra sa de bre no but as we dey as NDC for the boy fupa obviously appointment we dey and sheda ankoye. We have an information here emanating from the energy ministry. Now as someone on the ababetu dwana say nyame aduma da kwesi ada eda enimu yi 13th of July 2025 ayadea yankania no ebedum for 4 hours and kania no bedum for 4 hours. This is a planner wamodi esi wo said de beya womo pese womo hwe se ye benya gas supply to most of our plants said de beya betimi ayeden o betimi generate electricity e de ama oman mu no ati we no so nkomo yi enso ya de ayeso be di echi na wi live here on Sompa 106.5 FM. But some of them say medical the two me say idea a free year MPP parliamentary candidate no ni someone what they call dying court no idea court na boegu ne sent no elections no todwa nyame adumu a efiada day ni mu 11th of July 2025 nti baby obia no but what na koso na di program na chi na awoni e bebe fia asoso ne de ende womu ye kuku damfo pa na mu hyem wa ha na ntimpacho obomodin na koso eti MPP goes to court over Blakemanoff rerun and we are to action it. But there's another story here carried on the front page of the Daily Guide. Now story HS gold smuggling crackdown 10% seized gold or cash for informants your man pinyin and a dabba to say now say I don't want you to gold our memo hadam one about providing information leading to arrest of 1 year disa amamboyensam ana disa niamo hu say won wia gold our memo hadam but omema ohamu enchichemu du 10% would be given to you ejebusia winning komo and ye di and on Sompa 106.5 FM for God and country. But Jumadi, you are boafo kukudama wama so yasini. But before I'm a boafo no bedan we di no. Kaisa aye Ora Prince Ofosu Sefa, why former CEO of Gifek, Obabe Kansa Waha and Nevi, and is one of astute members of the New Patriotic Party. Sasona Dr. Adumaku Kisi, one of you be a Wakasama Brian a Champon. Also, Babe Kansa Waha, and I said Hamon, Deputy Communication Director, PPP, one also Babe Kansa Waha. And I say, and then maybe I'm coming back up. Blakemanoff rerun elections. But then, the third national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Edin Kobo. But Yanko, the Ensankuti, Koma, Yenini D.
Integrity. Then, a change. No, yes, I do tell you. Now, the catch us, what can I say? Nanu, I said, look at ya. I be here comment me. Or see, the electoral commission forming now, or we are incompetent. So, all the say, he's urging the NDC, because any serious country cannot contain this electoral commission.
Okay, but Mumuno, as a party, no, say no. Aye, Mami Jane mention. Do you also see her say or incompetent, Anna?
Sompa FM. Yeah, and you're incompetent. We're double incompetent. Well, you know, when you're incompetent, or you're double incompetent and inconsistent. Wow, the reason why meeting were double incompetent here. As a commission with integrity, the woman should have stand by her integrity. Sir, me, the time the Oba and Oba car, Parliament for chair, me, the court has ordered me to go and collate and declare the results. So, whatever it is, I only know 3 police stations that has been collated and declared the results. Sano catch, Sano Kai, but no, Sano no you tell me, I say, Yanko, rerun of 19 polling stations. When there is Sirikura, Obe say, Mamino, there, or a double incompetent, and they say. 3 police stations no Musho Coletro. Baku police station Baku and 19 police stations were very random. Oh, South police station 3 Omisha Coletro. We know Coletro no, but or the who count say a collective. So out of the 19 no, the 3 outstanding police stations, one of the police stations is not among of the 19 police station this woman is tied to rerun.
Okay, so
how can you
how
can you rate this electoral commission? So me I say immediately Mami we there ese omo yi no.
I was so you know.
Na Mami we so because wouldn't Mami we obe consi chaos in Ghana here. Obe consi big war in Ghana here. I said the security coach Mami we. Because
Alaji Gabotre. Unye no mean Gabotre Mami. Unye no mean a person than the 3rd national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party.
Mami
Gabotre Mami. And you are speaking in the capacity as the 3rd national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party. And you say, sir, Jane Mensah, I was some Pamono. Listen well. Some amount of Kasa. On my capacity as being the next 3rd vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, based the incompetency and inconsistency of this issue, what exhibit here, you better support NDC for no more Pamno. Because Unim, enemy catcher, tear me. Enemy catcher say. Enemy catcher say. I said national security for Chimami. Because one, I dear Mami way a better man the war ever gather. Because a police station, 19 police station, you have 2 about you. Your quality MPP, you were a piece sheet, you were a scan piece sheet. Police station 19 Lumina and the result war. What the culture of parliament say? 19 police station no only problem behind me. One we I got 3 police stations. 3 police stations no cry and 19 no. So 3 police stations now bear a quality and no cry a coalition and you rerun. So what culture of parliament say? That 3 police station no kwa na ube quality. MPP Ajiwadi NDC full say no. So the no. Na adiakia usaya dai usa tenu e kachira nkrofo nko to aba 19 police station wo pinshi to no usa kachira mo say no yes am ko to aba foforo aba ye to dadado yes am ko to aba foforo which means say ko to aba we na 2028 ye to aba na MPP winning no say no yes am ko to aba foforo enye kios na manu we di beba no. Okay, Alaji
manu we
ma yenye ni fa common nsi wo ho Alaji
very dangerous to our democracy. The easy I'm saying this without any contradiction. The electoral commission of Ghana is dangerous to our democracy because of a double standard. The double standard of the EC categorically stated that the woman is incompetent, the woman is inconsistent, the woman has to vacate her post immediately.
Alaji, Alaji, Yaushe Kazo Gidamu.
Nazo Gida,
Yaushe Kazo.
Nazo
Gobe.
Gobe.
Muyi flying na. Muyi flyer na. To mungori. Yo Ebusafo, yabara was the 3rd national vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and I'll tell you, Meneno, Eddie, and Komodo. But quickly, Maminko Facebook, Naminkan, some message. The message, let's see. Let me do this interview before. I'll be speaking to Mustafa. Did I say Mustafa? Teburi Madi, Honorary Deputy Director of Elections for the NDC. Menano Ebedin Komo. Minia Madi, not to say.
Mamadi me yo minia.
Bibia Bokoria.
Adumo. Adabana minene kazaganka komoni.
But from Abochie.
Abochie.
Yeah. Abochie. And I bet you are from Prof. As from the Bia Mediba.
Prof.
Okay, Madi. I mean, this house is NDC Amanyo Kuro. How far with the preparations? Oh, Ablekumanov.
Abochie, my main fakunya wenchia. With you for AVA, NDC, I prepare. But I don't know. So far, I say, I was a year for the elections. Yeah. Now, share in the 37 and April, and I use MIS 19. And she ever campaign, the campaign, and ever end the China in break. Then we test the ability of the campaign on Friday. Out in no say turn out in the celebratory. About easy for you, Mamoya, Eddie net AGTR, almost 20 ballot papers. You know, can say, my printy, not to a president stated to pull away the agent, or Shesson. Ballot papers by 5 p.m. maybe the agent, or the by the pulling agent as well. I want to my training or more. They could say training or means make us say I ready for the elections.
Wow. I better was to say, what the younger didn't come on the but I don't know. For now, no, the new Patriotic Party, I can't say, over the Abako Court, over the Kugo. So, what do we need a year constituency? Why, I mean, himself with the Wafaho. And if you say MPP Amanyoko, Echita for one more a year campaign now.
Oh, and that is what the double standard of LPP or public. Yeah, they will follow a age, but they say, or engage for elections July 11th. Many can say because of humanity, they say, many can say 3 p.m. almost here and there for their meetings for other process, a program more of national executives. More can say more coalitions, and they were part of the meeting. The consent executive will be part of the meetings. Because we know more about more at the top here, so we know what they are doing. And see, yeah, we are looking at them. And say, but they are engaging, they are working. Saturday, they are adopted. Which they planned at the last next meeting. Almost campaign. Now, everybody say, I'm a catch a man for say, even young campaign, you crap, you're winning. Only to catch a man for say, I campaign to they're winning. So I tell you, into Saturday, I'm more, but yeah, sure.
Tomorrow, who says strategy into Musmama when you had the hall.
Oh, we started people public manos long ago. Instead that we fought for the rerun because that is the best solution in an electoral process. We believe that they want somebody for pet development. Okay, I say, and now do I can say, the Omampeni, I was of the open consequences open to I was the MP, no, and I'm buying MPs, okay, I issue, no. In public money, so they lack development. There at least.
Unfortunately, though, you lose you but we'll try and see because you just say, the national chairman of the NDC, Minimuka say, or Ablekuma, not for 1 year campaign. But we'll try and see if we can get him and then have a re-conversation right here on Sompa 106.5 FM. But Maminko Patrick, Ablekumanov says, say, Usha figures na, Ebuboba Ewa Hona. As we speak now, NDC Ewa 183 MPs.
183.
And MPP Ewa 88.
88.
And they say, I can't say we have Mabakwe. Say one na NDC winning. Now Baba 184.
184.
That's about 2/3 of a year 276.
276.
Hey.
And 2/3 you cannot bro.
Sir.
Yeah, 2/3 is supposed to be 139.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes. 2/3 is 139. And to 183.
Debbie. Your calculation.
2/3
of 276. Your calculation. Your calculation. Maybe I tell your calculation. 2/3 times 276. That's about 184. You say. If I told you say.
Problem.
Hey, now go massing, yes, sir.
Master, not the phone. I cover for the
yeah, Rabbi Mewo. And you know, I'm 180. Your friend is 184 now. So I'm going to talk about winner NDC winner. I'm about 184. So I 184 there. Now I'm absolute 2/3 majority in Ghana's parliament.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What I'm saying, independent for the crowd. I'm here for.
Independence 4.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm here for.
Independence year 4. And the prof not 2/3 and by 184.
184.
And Tomunya omu wini we na ko count and I just say.
Not just baby. So that's what I believe there. But what do we need the actually?
O many the actually pa.
We need the actually then what it.
Tell say and some of course you have look man of one there. Minim say MP before no say suro bi no mu wo mu say ombeko hono say minim say election na ombeko ombeko dia. So ombeko ombeko dia omunjama NDC ni no fa. No fan count because now many Jibril Madi Kasa Sia no ono your deputy director of elections my NDC. That some of that together they say NPP for one more year campaign pa. Also one year campaign. Now side court and some now when they are about the Kasa Obuka press conferences now we nyina no. You crock the John. Say nam do the same kwan.
Come say crock the John. Because now Saturday no more year now we hear e dey atwe NDC for adwin every your friend is saying election because until I crock the John. Wrong. I did crock the John. But we are yet to see what would be the outcome of the elections. So let's see what happens. But let's see. Your message you on Facebook quickly. Let me read that message here. I am urging the government to fulfill its campaign promises and take more decisive stance against illegal mining in the country. If declaring state of emergency is the solution, when you were in opposition, what has changed now that you are in power? Governance, it's a serious business. Regards to former KMA boss, Honorable Sampine. Masawood Kumasi Bantama sends in this particular message on Facebook. So, Busha, you can also send your messages right now. Whatever you think, it can be a birthday wish, whatever message that you have, share it with us on Facebook. Sompa 106.5 FM, and you, of course, will be reading all those messages for you. Now, Shannon, so said, you want you may go on so as now. De biara dano, yadi for God and country, you may know at the Bremo. Electroland Ghana Limited. Electroland Ghana Limited. Wow. I was saying Electroland Ghana Limited. Electronics, I'll be there. Electronics, pa. Menemoka say, so abefu electronics be a baby. Bombarding pa na fa we chere Electroland Ghana Limited obejebi set TV na pair air conditioner pair fridges washing machine kettle rice cookers blenders any other electronics na pair ada bombarding pa na fa we chere Electroland Ghana Limited so unsho be cha kwan ya Tachiman omni backsword dan na di hwe mo men Kumasi station e wo Kumasi obenwu mo Kase Junction, Anatech Junction, and crime. Me pacho ko na ko show more a dental barrier. Dansuman runabout, industrial area, be animal complex in the day and share more. E buja kwa adia obehu Electroland Ghana Limited. 0245 949495 0245 949495 Electroland Ghana Limited. Okwa me pacho electronics papa. O my electronics no so papa a cherry ye me pacho so beto electronics pa dia Bomoding Electroland Ghana Limited. Electronics is very durable. So dafom and in patriotism can then urea. Bomoding pana for nature. Electroland Ghana Limited. Na kope electronics even ato na kama pa. Medical catcher say number of phrases soro 0245 949495 0245 949495. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Eso yasere kese pa. Abushia baby obiara for God and country. So wo dwaton ade bi apeso de ba ne ye bohu de road ma wa. Bomoding na fafa ahamayin ye beji bready ya. Ye siesie o kama pa na kai say Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Yare kwankro hey wo bete the third about. Kanka yare a ye friend njuju ye wadjuju eda ho. I friend the stroke. Nyama nhyɛ dan ko ye ma wa. Me pacho Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Sample pa wo na nyama nhyɛ dan emfa. Again bema jinso yi na ewo so. Kakra na waje ebo. Me pacho wa hwa ne obrabom issues ni nyina do. Obomodin na do wani kire Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Idea or mete the edi amao. Empono if you need massaging, you need physiotherapy Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Call them on 0244 867068. Again, read them on 027 423 4321. Usho mo nkran ha. Wamo ewo Shell sign board, Spinters Road. Na usho so kumasi a omo kronom abo hia. Kwa obehu omo. Endpoint. Yadamase so maso yasene ne yet for God and country bremo. And of course, when the program unfolds, I'll be making sure I adore the other sponsors right here on the show. Medima for Herbal Center, Haja Special Local Foods. Yabako Muyina Hunsam live here on Sompa 106.5.
I think me who adeni hu ewo
Aden.
Majority NDC no.
Aye.
Na say 183 to test majority no. That's MPP for parliament na say homo koye mouth shout.
Oh, there be. Now, say absolute majority. This time around, no, the NDC would not need any of the independent candidates to come and support them to get to test majority when it comes to voting, especially on issues, taking major decisions in the House. So what I say. So this election, any election, Kuma, and you should know, say, Akwetiasu da ho. NSL Kumi. Menemuka say what one and another one said by virtue of his death. By elections, ever cost ho. Now even Crown say NDC winning this particular election. Ablekumanov. As for the absolute to test majority, they've gotten it. Wow. And it's an identity.
As a Yamuko Parliament, Yamuko made key decision. They don't need the MPP.
Oh, there be the wrong ground. They were heading.
And
there be. There are some major key decisions we are take here. They need to test majority in Parliament, especially to effect some changes in the Constitution.
Okay.
They need that to test majority. So what I say. And with those ones, MPP pa. MPP for the SSA. Obviously, you're from the mighty minority. The mighty minority.
The mighty
obviously mighty minority. Obviously mighty minority.
A problem information you have.
Information.
Ablekumanov election year on the quay. The turnout and margin maximum. So we are expecting about 11,000 to 13,000 registered voters in the books of EC.
Yeah.
On the 19th way. Now over and then answer last week and a bit March binum. Sir, partial December tally now of the 142. No, the NPP was leading by 32,000 votes in the partial December tally without NPP canvassing. So the NDC will need roughly 64% of valid vote at a 12,000 ballot turnout, or 77% if only 6,000.
Yeah, the 19 polling stations are. Rerun. So the total voter population of those 19 polling stations.
Okay.
So check it for me. The total voter population those 19 polling stations, because I'm sure the Electoral Commission should declare the total number of voters those 19 polling stations, because we should have them. When we have them, then we can know saa 19 polling station no one ya beko akoto aba no so obutu aba no wie a na wo mo de aba beka de na ewo ho dada no but yeah hwe say yeah yes calculation no wie a ade a ye bebo modern pa na ye ne wo manfo a ewo ablekuma nde ye ne omedi nkomo pa live here on Sompa 106.5 FM but the kwa maru say Moses Abo
the bulldozer now
aspire to be the NPP national organizer. Hey, bulldozer that is saying
namna de mayor no zo
me ra zo bibia bakore
boko na ozo
oh ye ho ye pa da mamim bisa wo anya bia no ablekuma rerun of elections here ekoso for the 19 polling station no who the uwaji campaign mu ana
ye gina mu printing
mu gina mu
by the grace of God printing
mu gina mu printing ewa ablekuma ho
na yenye den election court na bo eti de aka ne say Friday election baso eti candidate na kaza she will go for it. What would you do as a party say you support? And do the general secretary but then I'm calling some and just na penny anya
Sompa FM.
I declare whoever wins. So we need to support it with a strategy, mobilize our men to come out and then vote with faith. I'm calling on the national leadership as soon as possible. Omumma kenhwe kwan a ye be faso edi nyama to ye atime win election because I am convinced and I have confidence that say put up strategy we can win the election. We don't fear anything. Obi no bet my idea. Ablikmanov election is going to be a free and fair election. I'm telling you. No amount of words can bring our spirit down.
Now, maybe so. Did him say who Ablikuma horses here because that is what you have told us. Now, what free honor? What free honor Abakrum? Now, Mammy Bizo campaigning Nankasa no send a coso a Ablikuma for MPP side.
Then voters now voters no every winning election by 414. Now got 3 polling stations. So today I'm surprised the UC chair, UC and then I could declare that you got 2 about or 19 polling stations. For me, I've been following the process since day one. Kind polling stations Nina I got 3 with both NDC, MPP, UC, and I'm surprised Ghana will be a drone, but Ghana for MP from come and 4 years there is just around. So my the empire and cash but I dare you dear of course for my audience.
But as we speak now, no MPP executives ewa Blekuma no for one more a meeting. And I don't know if you are aware of that meeting.
Well, like I told you earlier on, make sure I was there, but make sure so after that I'll check the meeting then but as it stands now there, I have no idea of that. The ACAD is a party program and I'm feeling for exercise. That is what I know.
Now Oko Hono Uhu mu candidate a free no.
Oh, and then many nankasa I was many constituencies organizer but she's fine. She's okay. She's fine. She's okay. She knows that at the end they will win it. At the end of the whole world.
All right. Around Moses about my fine common and see. Yami Shrapa. Abusia Ora Moses Abo and our Otis Din Komono. Why MPP ni mapa. Now, in just was passed or call the national organizer for the MPP or running for that particular position. That is what it is right here. Now who can be?
Prof, according to EC, made 2025 Communications and Local Media Report. Patches said 19 rerun police stations, collectively account for approximately 11,000 to 13,000 voters, registered voters. But as to the specific, to say police station 1, police station 2, up to 19, for specific numbers, but collectively, they are approximating it to 11,000 to 13,000 registered voters who are going to vote during the 19 rerun police station Friday. And it's between 11,000 to 13,000 registered voters.
Wow.
For the 19
polling
stations. Yeah.
Are you sure with the figures that you are giving?
Sure. I'm pretty sure about that.
Polling stations, what you mean, polling station, be a total number of voters are.
That's what I'm saying. I'm farmer too publicly with that, but collectively, the 19 police station, and on mine say 11,000 to 13,000, but individually in there, I'm reported
per polling station, per police station.
Yeah.
I think but what was easy website? They don't have it. But what they have there is then
it's 11,000 to 13,000, a collective way for the 19 police station.
The total number of voters for the Friday saying
for the rerun.
Okay,
Friday.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, so Sompa 106.5 FM Sunni. We want to say that this show is live on Facebook. Again, show live on our networks. Your multi TV Digibox show no trying home ho na kaisa kwa Sompa 106.5 FM. Your multi TV Digibox also again. So addition what Bruno is everything afa show do. And I say T show no Sompa 106.1 FM and also on Sompa 101.1 FM ewo takwa and to say and community ewa ha. But in the chat our guests would be welcomed right here and then we'll have a great conversation with them. Now and there wine and a befi ha anyone ebedi and komo. I know sir per our production no we are supposed to have in studio today Seth Hammond Ono Ekasama PPP and again Prince Owusu Sefa also Ebe Kasama the New Patriotic Party and then Honorable Adumaku Kesi and also Kasama Brian Achampon. Yeah, we are also supposed to have him over here so we can have a great conversation right here on Sompa. But I don't know what you think. One thing. I don't know what you think. And I would see me. I don't know what you think right now. Real round of elections here, Ebekoso Ewo Ablekuma, not constituency. Nyamia Dumoa Edafia. Do you think that the NDC will win? Do you also think that the MPP will win? Let's get talking right about now on Sompa 106.5 FM. What do you think? You can send your message to our Facebook wall, Sompa 106.5 FM Accra. And again, also sending message even on WhatsApp. 0249 777779 0249 7779. Ubabadi na defaha yabaji break na ya kenkan edi amount. Manyari ntiasa in no time our guests will be right here. And for now, no, let's go on a break. When we return, we'll be welcoming our guests into the studios.
Techimano Fui, Electroland Abeja, near the Munamuni Punning in Answabo. Wait, Thursday, 10th April 2025. Ryan showroom for Fone Wukumasa Techiman Kwanaso.
Yedi Roma sorry dino, and that's a backside Nidia Nimshe.
Roberto Samsung, TCL, Media, NASCO TV, AC, fridge, gas cooker, washing machine, deep freezer, home theater, microwave, blender, kettle, rice cooker, and any more papa kahunina. Now when in Bribi, it can for Baku 50, ebenya 15% discount. Any achedie, it's a rabbit idea. Kahu na senya.
Kweku, minim sawa she. Me krama nane. Na so ebony show one embasso.
Male hon sepeno. Ebony Condoms comes in different flavors and available in all pharmacies, chemical shops, over-the-counter shops, and pubs. For bulk purchases, contact 055-230-0075. Ebony Condoms, Ghana's most pleasurable condoms. Make it worth it.
We got peppermint, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. We got peppermint, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate.
It only the view is a condom. The condom mulia then it's not on, but double dose got as a condom.
21st clinic aye sciatica expert sciatica no wo nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu wo to ase ka wo se dwe wo siremu wo je ho ba bi a enye na no na 21st clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye nti abaso bo ma je ne wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enya asem ketewa wo mu je international awards ahodo wo mu je local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu bie the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim ha no ebi ni ba bi a 21st clinic nkwa wo mu de bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho eya yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo magidi wo mu pa no eye sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mu ho enkran ha sese ye wo Tantra Hill runabout se wo free enkran eba ye wo wonsa ni fa so wo frama saman so na eba nso a wonsa bonkum so e ho na wo behu ye 0540311311 0540311311 Next 21st clinic. Still, woman is sciatica expert.
Abochie's voice. And I'm the Ebremoi. And Abochie's voice. Yeah, the rich and crank room. Basa busumi mienu nye. Ana mayor. Oda Accra Metropolitan Assembly. I know they be too just one more yet decongestion exercise. Yene wane kasaba fo edin komo. I will fidue moha on this particular show. And they had promised that say a dear decongestion exercise no more yeno. And ya dear 1 year ya pamo mu efi ya kwan hodro no o mesa be
Sompa FM
banano ada miankasa me bon woden ekonkran krom ejadi foro they are back on the pavement too. Ejadi foro they are back on the pavement. Decongestion exercise no we akwa kwusisen chese aban bia ba na nya appointment me your first thing obey a decongestion. Now do not mean Kwame Nkrumah circle ho. Eko fa enkran ho. Still pavement no amanfo dija also. Now they had even promised us say a dia omba be ye enhihye bia adwadifo ebedidwa for the whole of the 24 hours. Now me bisa say Sanhihye no akwa kosisen. Sanhihye no Mayor, I'm asking you, akwa kosisen. Musi e was sad dado. Muba blocking some roads in Accra. No more modern I'm a dija for good 24 hours. And I don't know you bedija. Na Sanhihye no say no. Is it dead? And now what was he saying? I don't know of Kumasi there. Because Zuba here, or also say decongestion. But still, who do Kumasi? Some people are saying, say, pavement and also, almost as so ton idea. And Tiana may be so. I'm on your former bar. I am nada na say a denga. I am nada na say a denga. And I'm off on the say, Samuba, Mukika, some says, near who said, Mubo. But wait the adversary. Mayor, me pesa me bodi. Mayor, me pesa me bodi. But the air catcher we now say, and some now mo can you know, more modern. Now mo go back to the table. Say no, if you are the phone start a bus streets and also any pavement and also won't dig ya. It's your best remo. Abochie's voice, Media C. Sompa 106.5 FM today. Yenya Dr. Adamaki Kisi ewo yentema. Yene no ebedi nkomo. Okasama aye ura Brian Achampon, one of the hopefuls to lead the new patriotic party. Yami adom na moko omo aye conference ni wi na omko jitum say early congress ni beba so a. Early congress ni beba so a. That just say Brian Ebesi Akanbi. 31st of January 2026. Baton Makwaba.
Yeah, media.
Maybe I find it.
In Neto, Texas for one term. In Shio Franco for. We are to free where I think that Yamanyoko MPP, I heard a young man with a bright future at the age of 40 years. Life actually begins at 40. And it's on a very sad note, Namaba. But the work goes on. And see union. Tim Pesa Mekasapi, Utobana, my head. But
some common Ankasana crowd, I don't answer me around hopa because somebody very young, enterprising, very energetic. I've said on a Friday, crowd, I'm saying Wadum TV program. I don't know, but sorry, no, people or Takrade or buy, you know. Yes, or the chest here. You didn't go hospital at all.
Yeah, so I think. Because I wear a medical hat, you know, me sa opportunity in my cancer kakra. Clearly, description no fits heart attack, and even 24-year-old soccer players cry bit it up whilst on the pitch. I don't know. It's Mr. Mujabroso is very real.
Doc, we'll come back to that conversation because once you're a medical person, we would want us to advise us today.
Yeah.
Because on your lifestyle, they maybe but Mamiko Amanoso Namini, Gilbert Ni Ankra, PRO, Accra Metropolitan Assembly on the lead congestion. Gilbert, what are you saying?
Korea, Dema.
Yeah.
Nyamiadum the Accra na mayor Nene team as part of the congestion exercise enforcement drive no Titia na Yefikum Yefi circle enclave Abba back to the office.
Back to the office because and then I got a bit alarmed somewhere last week and I'm in Namkrum and on the pavement the traders were back on the pavement and even along the road maybe more tone and I ask myself say anti decongestion are we achieving any results?
Thank you very much for opportunity make me a catcher say as an assembly there of course exercise for us there's been some level of compliance success abemu na oshe their air personnel on the pavement. Let me state to say the assembly did not clear traders from the pavement. Now, what was done was Mayor of Accra, Honorable Michael Papo Aluti, reintroduced the red line policy. The red line policy, pavement, demarcated pavement, ama traders, able half, and our pedestrians, so 90 half of the pavement. But on the road, maybe is a no-go area at all, and we are not encouraging trading activities on the road. Aside not encouraging trading activities, and now this week, the mayor can say even vehicles, any motorbike, activity biara ɛkɔ so wɔ kwan no so a impede the free flow of traffic no ade a assembly no is dealing with it na ɛnɛ car make me aka tell no a lot of vehicles and motorbikes have been clamped and brought to the assembly. Ebi mu okra ye mo etia spot fine. Na for us we say na meka no betimi aka say exercise dey ade a koso na mayor ama traders na ati say ni insist pa ode ba abeto ho ede ama mo no in the coming weeks no they will be roll out they be any say we are looking at blocking certain specific streets within the central business district any other parts of the metropolis to allow for that rotational trading activity. And just as the mayor has said, this is going to be a 24-hour trading activity. Aside that, so we are looking at share markets now, and the mayor said it quite clear that with the markets that we have, share to say share Tuesday market, share Slagger market, a lot more of these markets, they need some rehabilitation. And what is being done, let's say, mayor, I should say, we're receiving some funding from government to give these markets, that facelift, these markets to be able to accommodate more of the traders into these markets. Now, engineering free these areas. Let me quickly add, say, they say, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, in jurisdiction now, we are looking at areas, as you look at the main central business district, parts of Agbogbloshie. I say, Ukakwe South, we are looking at parts of Kaneti, Bubwash, industrial area, Aveno, that part of Circle. I say, now about Ablekuma South, and now we are looking at communities such as Olebu, Mamplubi, all the way to Kamara. Into these three sub-metropolitan councils with Omo communities, Omo falling under the current Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Although, let me state to say, Oshia decongestion exercise there's been close collaboration with your sister assembly, especially Kolekote Municipal Assembly, to ensure that the IAA a bit to me a conkind.
But Gilbert, my Java more run a commentary, no? A Java commentary, but there was one video bia na me na enam social media. Na akakwe say mayor and counter police ni bi o say police ni no agiska free I don't know say driver for no ho wakogiska o say then go give us a clearer picture then pan see.
Thank you very much. This very incident is Monday now the mayor was on its usual monitoring exercise within the central business district as part of decongestion exercise, Now, we've had complaints, especially around that particular area. We share the movement of vehicles now, a very, very slow from Mokola Rollins Park all the way to Aircorner. Now, we realize that to do top Hoka Krano, drivers, a park cars, a walk, bar stop, Kasa, or more park cars, now, and your commercial drivers, other omo loading niama na osha assembly now ye loading regulations from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. and I allowing for parking to be able to park after these hours now they've gone contrary to the law. We went there and when we got there actually there were two police officers there Bako Ekoye and mayor encounter the other police officer, engaging the police officer as in allegations with respect to omo Emma omo ejinaha GBB kakra epi omo and let me state that the complaints were complaints from the public itself. Oshe omo area holding even the traders themselves. During the encounter, there were some exchanges. The policeman did not understand Adekontia say mayor, but because or no can say unim say mayor no. But quickly, after that particular argument, the mayor moved straight to the Accra MTTD office to report the issue to the commander there. Now, currently, as I speak to you, the matter is being investigated. Unauthorized parking.
Unauthorized parking.
Yes, unauthorized, because we check that particular stretch as well. Traffic now no thing. Now we don't understand why there are police officers within that particular drivers are parking that were fine as well and impeded the free flow of traffic. That was the situation. And now what happened was that the mayor went back to the same scene as part of the monitoring, to look at what is happening. And fortunately, this time around, the police officer there was a different police officer. There was order, and the mayor used the opportunity to apologize. Say the interaction, he apologizes for that particular way, but insisted that the decongestion efforts will continue. Nothing is going to stop the assembly from ensuring that there is a free flow of traffic.
Okay. All right, but you have said, sir, dear pavement in the and can hold the ready for the bit me or pavement and also.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, share pavement now. And say
pavement in the ready for the bit me the pavement and also.
That is what I am saying.
Okay,
the pavements were redemarcated with the red line policy to allow fair. And don't forget, population adults. Now, Mayor has said categorically, the assembly is not going to do any form of abaye. Government is not going to displace any of the traders. Now, aside ensuring, we want to get some order within the city center. No, we are mindful of almost daily bread as well. And the red line policy was reintroduced so that they could also have that portion to do their trade. Whilst we look at other initiatives to expand the market, initiatives like ensuring we'll be blocking the streets, some of the streets within specific days to allow for trading activity.
Okay, so a quick one before I let you go. We can say mobile some 24-hour marketing, and I say a great DB. I don't know.
Exactly.
Plan as saying.
No, it is that initiative. And idea it's been aborted at all. In the coming weeks, that particular initiative, as I speak to you now, all modalities with respect to signages, with respect to even engagement with the police areas, map it out together with the police to ensure Mayor Council say as part of government's 24-hour agenda, we are looking at also getting a lot more of security personnel to be able to provide security for these our traders, our mothers, within the entire 24-hour trading cycle.
All right, my fan community and that's why. Bibi actually adwe be saba won chen. Ba pavement dey mo fan ka ho na mo clear dwade for no free pavement so go hard.
Thank you very much for the support.
Yeah, baby enante because we do kroma just e kofa e kwan so which is dangerous to us. But quickly Honorable Dr. Dixon Adomako Kesi. Yes, I'm a kwa you.
Yeah.
Bibi aboko there.
Senana Mekano.
And you better, sir. Okay. But this is the opportunity to say, are you rap Prince Ofosu Sefaso Aquaba? Prince, let's say. So microphone, Mamma. So maybe I okay. You had a digital. Very, very digital.
Excellent.
Very, very digital. Okay. But I see my Aquaba. Chani.
We didn't see Kanache, but I can't even back on some. I cannot go to
That dog that would too young for relative NSC Alkumi ewu.
Yeah. Is a painful loss. The Inter-America side and say hypertension related deaths, we can delay them. Say in Bema a bit one more. It's a yembano, it's an incenti. Every now and then, or at least every female echo through hospital. But Yenny Bakujina, sorry, a dear dancers here in hospital. That I say, yeah, dear. Unfortunately, that's the Ghanaian in Bema, your mentality kakra. But me take this opportunity, yes, so be a dear share no appearance about you. Sometimes my patients never because nti nipa here ye no acquire say mojabro so the ediom koye no aka makopi na mzen ti koye no wo ankasa no and don you say na yesi no ho yeden bibia akoso kama prekope nti wo so no nko check kra and the area yen say yare bia ede no ho sie
hypertension.
Enti kwesi bronyin is a silent killer. Onumpo de bronyin no is silent killer. That means it's you. Now, one of the difficult things is that obiapana watching the pressure no show until ojina to her for 1 day or 2 days. Or also Felisa holding or her. Until I say, and wouldn't mean drivers without a speedometer. Yen so no your speedometer na ye they check your pressure. And yet how I will feel it. That is the challenge. Say on a day crana e bi eni age omo hwe soccer match. And eni age ni team ashe. In the excitement no team. And I think omo during soccer games here can be Ghana there are many. Either any team lose here no. But also in the excitement of celebrating, yes, sorry, I collapse, and that is it. So, Mestre, Mujabroso, real, and the Hiama say abribiano, ober check o pressure. So hospital mpuna ne koya odin Zadia pharmacies and you know and make crab hono me cheness was your machine bakwa say dum kanio yendum kania ejuma mojabroso machine
hypertension machine,
you know, anti there's never an excuse say obibeba na watching zone kofie a on check the pressure anti me na mafa konye before ya rekese bako. Even Okwa Manonia comparing Abrofo to before no. So he Abrofo 10 do a woman jabro so I will form chain before 10. And the yem fan say yeah problem no. Either see a DDA, your money mudie, you know, somehow, somewhere, no genetically no kodaki. Yeah, rekese. A dear call, and in fact, na COVID or cran, Mojabroso kunipa chain COVID, Gada. So that's what I say. It's non-communicable diseases, no. Sompa Mojabroso, Mestre, and yet how I'll feel it. Now, the Kumi cran say, you know, better see. Oh, no, ma, it gives you an even more sense.
Bitters,
Oh, say me.
Oh, David, I no. Because you herbal bitters. You herbal bitters. And you alcoholic bitters.
Okay, my main alcoholic bitters.
What more bitters?
Make alcoholic bitters.
School fees uti.
The unfortunate thing is who said obi ohani moja brozone kosre maltioya. But onomun sign sankasa a painkiller. Enti onoma, you get the pain of what's our problem, and you cannot register it.
Oh, sir.
Oh, that's a titiho okoye operation in San and Kedema onum, and San Yichuchow. And don't neglect the fact say nsa
painkiller.
And many a times no onom bitters now pressure no kosra.
You feel it bibia.
Style bia na enwance.
Na de woko.
And people who die after recreation are now in hotel rooms. Sometimes no. Bitters out there for year 1 2.
What do call year 1 2 no?
1 2. And in the excitement, just like team winning the excitement, no.
Na
team.
Uko.
Because signal ni na no.
You don't get it.
Alcohol na namel. What's I say? Block pain receptors, no. So these are some of the challenges that as Africans. Now many have died without checking.
And you know, BTS radio. Let's just say, I was a brandy.
I mean, see a bit kind of crowd. Obi o hornum brandy at the TNA. Obi o hornum.
Me num brandy at the TNA.
So it is important. So we check it. Say, the other onuma how it's very important. And then no create no so no onuma please Sunday Monday check it. So hena the onum no a pajamu pan there then. You are signing up for your early demise.
Dog, I want me to say. What's it, dear? Onuma Sunday, Monday. But what didn't check your pressure?
Say traditionally, no. Uyi nkophobia. Most men go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
Into Nigeria Friday, Saturday. Uwo UK. Ube humbronya wa bropa na ye Friday nyumre and Saturday. Hardly so be hu abu SRAM Sunday night because it's Monday. It's America say, but when Nigerian started Sunday, so then you a different timeline. So see, and that is in totality, no. Caution, I mean,
also a caution we are, Mama Kai, Madame Fupi. The pressure to me cause sort of sounds with me. There's another pressure here. But I'm no more say. Who's saying something? I ain't some form. But I'm no more say. A channel.
Yeah. Stroke. Yeah.
But pressure also cause for on to pain be out.
And you American say silent killer. A dunya, but any other malaria. Our home edudo why shit. And you cannot measure it except the machine. I check it no. A branch out nam way or pressure or so. And then the other thing is jokingly no. Yeah, were many conditions pager moja personiba and then also pressures of our work. And okay, I mean MPH around the hours of 1 a.m. crano obi from when you are nani buefu. 6 a.m. It's unfortunate. And I think that should be just some trouble. Who takes care of the MP? Because we are always at the beck and call of everybody. But we ourselves, another channel say, most of the banking sector people, or more healthcare are better than members of parliament. But truth be told,
pressure no soon.
Is extraordinary. Na sanke nshishe kuya anka school fees no ne
hospital bills ne rent.
There should be a bureau that just handles that. The senators do not handle these things. Occasionally, ebia se kwesi broni be shaw wo abontin no aka senator me rent. It won't happen.
All right. But quickly, yeah, shifting the conversation from the health aspect. Now, Brian, what to say?
Oh, you're right, Brian. I think Mino Kase, he's on board to Accra, or Pejani Muko Europe Accra.
Okay.
So, yes, unfu doso. Yeah, and see, some of the key things. I know the other things to talk about, but I think at the crust of all of this, he's a fine gentleman, and ninimdie equinim, and I think the temperament, the calmness, might be very good for the party at this point in time, and saying you hear middle ground. Yes, a form for any of and assume nobody in this country is not privy to the fact that two went to war earlier.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and then Honorable Kennedy Japan.
Yeah, and if we want a middle path, we can bring both sides together to win 2028. Then I feel strongly, sir.
Brian.
Honorable Brian. And truth be told, I think he Abochie mobilize the resources, not just his, but from Onoane friends and people within the business world, and say our last election MPP, our messaging was largely on digitalization or technological advancement.
Sure.
And that is his bane. Hona wajini PhD. So if not at all, yes, we hear carpenter, no carpenter, we hear lawyer, no lawyer, and if we agreed, say, that digital economy will move this country forward, then why not take the person who is at the at the helm and push the same agenda, and also one of the critical things, since we're all politicians,
Sompa FM.
Even in America, demographics be most presidents come out of California, New York, Texas. There are 50 states, but not all the states have produced presidents. Republican na free, even Texas the chances are much higher than Obi or Republican or free Iowa. That's what I say. So if you want to be very academic about this exercise, then see demographics a bit pijaimu as a party there, then I think an Eastern or Ashanti region might be a heavier lift for us. May kind of based on my experience with world politics. So that's what I say. And then demographic be a groupings apija. Not when you have you cost swimming, maybe or 3 bags, egumechi, obi or 2, obi or 1. The one with the lighter load will speed faster. Into you share the baggage on the others, so I think Honorable Brian has fewer baggages politically. Ebiaka Hotel Saga, fine. But then we hear dealer Koso Ewo Volta Nehuna Ama Hotel Saga no cry Child's Play. And many other things. Inti media me feel say atena sepa in a boardroom discussion. I will tell the board, say, listen, there's a reason why if you're a Republican and you are coming from Texas, or a favorable outcome for the party, and now so you're a Democrat, now free California, favorable for the party, and invariably, as we sit now, the Democrats feel that if they had brought the guy from Pennsylvania, it would have reduced Omotutia Democrats because of your bar. And now so African American. And the loss to the Democrats would have been lesser than what they experienced.
Okay, but
and these are some of the meme boardroom thinking. Okay,
that's fine.
But
Usha service me about out, one for Ken, one for Baumia.
Service here near the Codigu. It's a holiday. If you understand where I'm coming from, we saw very favorable surveys. We all thought we were winning. Hillary Clinton, Trump, the surveys were all in favor of Hillary Clinton. I want us to be very careful. I'm very objective in all of this, but also, based on my experience, you have somebody new coming. Maybe from my own experience, time I made the MPship during the internal primaries, my name was nowhere. My name literally was nowhere until say and then people were asking, say, who's Dr. Kisi? What's my say? Inti service there. Even the Kamfu, I don't why careful.
Why careful, Kakra?
Yeah, and Usika Sukwenima sometimes on here excitement. And maybe a night or 7 at Danny 6 or 9.
All right.
I'm not perturbed. We're new. We haven't even, as it is, any constituency yet, because the rules of the game is not allowing us. We are very excited to go down, but we have to do it per the regulations. Party at the
all right.
It's early days yet.
Okay, that's fine.
And I also know, being a politician, you read them. You know, I mean, we can cite the example of Alan winning Nanado, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
In 2008. That's what they can say. And then other circumstances are interesting things can happen.
All
so
right.
Matthias, Wall Street, so brokerage don't cost so I'll be not Obi him say, hey, what happened? You know.
Prince Akwa Bebio, Prince Ofosu Sefa, former CEO Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication. Give fake, what baby PM?
Yeah.
Actually, Prince Akwa Bebio.
Yeah.
If you have a corner.
Digital chairman.
But what couldn't you have? Who say dog get down? Okay.
Are they?
So position a mood power.
Hey, sir.
I think a dog get down.
There be a new MP.
Yes,
well, Odi Wagro.
Now, how do you see Ablekuma rerun?
Oh, say, no criminal not me track it, but no my busy on a reaction. I'm say, to say ruling biaba, but me preliminarily, me to say a injunction. As far as I heard.
She was seeking an injunction.
But I don't think that the substantive issue, or was it strictly only an injunction?
Injunction. That is not a injunction to election also. Yeah.
Okay, but have they the substantive issue of the 19 versus other?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know who is on my kind. But my boss.
That's rather unfortunate. But say, party of rule of law. Enti enya da biana court be kan semwa obetimi obe e can say no mo ebe diatum. But we respect the courts. Enti it remains to be seen what actions the party will take going forward. To be honest, at the moment, I'm not sure yet. I was here finding out what the party's moves would be next. But looking at the case, it's really sad. Something that even parliamentary sessions have discussed the issue. They have been briefed by the Electoral Commission. Brief say what 3 outstanding polling stations, and I'm a boy. Then all of a sudden, can say be done in 19. So MPP is confident of winning the seat. I agree with them. I have an idea about
Ablekuma
North. The chairman is a friend of mine, and so I have been following what is going on keenly. And you're winning seat. As we've seen in the case of Akwetia, and then here, and in so many other instances, I have video. Yes, I have videos. Threatening to announce seats. County and collating. So I have videos of them I can share with your producers. TV. So if NDC is showing us thuggish behavior is the way to go there, then I think going forward in Ghana for you was here in a year, because everyone is going to have to prepare for such. And I don't think that's the route we want to go. To move here in a year, because missing pink sheets near the is as a result of some attacks. In fact, that's what I'm reliably informed. Say some of the pink sheets were destroyed by thugs. Yes. So and this and government yet if this is the kind of behavior the ruling party or more exhibited then Ghanaians should advise themselves, say, how do you want to be a part of such a party? So it's not me. I know NDC from the PNDC era. That's how I know NDC. Me 51 years old, and I thank you. Because most times people don't know that. And so I grew up through the Rawlings era. I was growing up, and I remember the atrocities, those days, not any stations baby say.
Oh, but said this days are about him. Now we have gotten into democracy. No, now we've gotten into democracy. From 1992, we've moved from that revolutionary era and we are into the democratic era. So don't do the linkage.
Because you see, your friend is saying, people's spots don't change so fast, sir. And there may be it may be to say DNA. So the current president himself has said, when it comes to violence, and nobody is stronger than the NDC in terms of violence, and they have exhibited that. So they've exhibited, and we have to say it. We say it forcefully because Bibia, I'm so more crying. When it comes to violence and thuggish behavior, this is what we are seeing, and we shouldn't encourage it. So, to me say no. So, to say the NDC has not been attractive to me ever because of kind of behavior.
And we are sure.
Yes.
And so, what if tomorrow? What if tomorrow will party members be so a shasa then I will say NDC for Ashana? It will you are telling me that the party will not be attractive to you again? The New Patriotic Party?
No.
If they start behaving like the way the NDC behaved during the elections, would you tell me that your party will not be attractive to you?
What I'm saying is, party in Ghana for you say if it is catch for party. Sometimes a little bit too much. And I'm a boy. No, it is so what I say a little bit too much. Now catch 70. Sometimes too much. Ena amount for a fat and a bronya hore and kokoma no more ACC. Anti-violence the NDC and no more need a home
anti-MPP never violent to that.
No, me say
when you're violent to that.
President our teso on one numasem. So when it comes to violence, ubi anti-me and I yes I no kind. President in a kind me. So what I say, and almost assign at the what do chancro for con and a president I mean no credit the whole a backo president now I say you get our one wakusha
that's all your way or just say elections there on my boom from
chief. Yes. There are so many seats. Look at Okaikwe and
Okaikwe South.
Patrick Boama. Central. Patrick Boama there. What me try winning election by over 3,000 votes. No person J at the any freedom. It was even more than I thought. That was about 2,000 or so. I mean, what is this? Well, we need so many seats in 2016. MPP winning 169. So in 2024 you have 188 or so.
President now say
Oh, maybe you can away.
Eddie and
Grant. Say, doctor, dog, we pass on.
But mood then Grante, Eddie me age now will be so money declare seat. Ya county bear 40, ya quality about 40 less than the total. Near declare no Nipani Jina TV so will declare over 110 or sahi out of 150 ahi. How? No, because he's under duress. And yet nobody has been charged. And the president in here no say law enforcement oba ye be hwehwe him oba ye no waba bijai NDC fo nyina oba ye violence happened 2024, not a single investigation. So which means the law enforcement, this president's law enforcement is only meant for MPP for. It's very clear. And that's what
okay, so you are of the view, sir. Heading MPP ekwe free obedi nkunim ewa Ablekuma North constituency no. But my member mini Hamon nche. Hamon wo de Prof Ablekuma North na ho na ho. Na ho na wo free ba.
Say ben doctor.
Who ben doctor? Anya so
too. I grew up in Ablekuma North.
Yeah, in the same stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Odoko. Yeah.
Oh.
Honorable Deminim no crowd before he became
Hamon boy come Ablekuma North say then e koso.
Prof
but Edika mo party no e muti say PPP
e mo boko
mo e so
very
soon to be
Motiase
ye wo yo etiase pa
mo e so
ye tiase pa Prof ye tiase ye wu ye
sa
ye wu ye say unim say always a minority we say a minority party say any MPP for na aye baako but any MPP for na aye baako but omo wa chen
omo members in parliament
87 say me madam for ya kumi. I spoke with the wife yesterday and I couldn't, in fact, I couldn't control myself. Because because last week Thursday, we didn't have a program. We didn't have a program, so, and we agreed we will meet on Tuesday. And on Monday, the news came.
Charlie.
Mema negotiation for Prof.
No, but dog are 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Lifestyle be a while and yema.
Yes, it's true.
Bitters.
Yes. My brother, me.
Oh, I said
me before God and man. Since I was born, it's Guinness crime still and tasty.
But still, I was so checking.
But I was so checking.
Oh yes, my lifestyle. Also 51. I'm 53.
And I'm Mr. Muhammad.
And then boy age.
And I'm Muhammad.
Over 16.
And in Sacramento, me there are certain things.
A memo.
Abochie, me 16. Father side.
Oh, more than 60.
Oh, 16.
Okay, 16.
Now say me more than 60. How on?
I'll say 16. And I'm say.
Oh, my 60. How on? One party who am 61.
Prof.
Yes, my party is
Prof Nguye. Yeah,
as a position by our party.
Deputy National Communication Director.
Wow. Enviable one.
Ne post as a chairman.
Boy, come on, Ablekuma North.
Prof, my chair Sompa TV na my chair me honorable Doctor. Na my chair me near Sefa from MPP. Well, this is my first time of meeting him, but I've read about him mostly in the media.
Okay.
Yeah, and he makes a very proactive contributions to national development. Oh no! Make a choice. Me no. Baby, no. Say assembly say bar. Now can I also investigate? No say no credit. Then you come and say it.
Prof, I'm in Yenchia.
Oh, in Chad, that's why.
Well, Ablekuma North.
Yeah.
Enra na Erabna obeye didi ewo Ablekuma North.
Dede.
Yes.
The same.
Or rounds.
Okay.
Or rounds. Yes, I said doing Ketia in some MPs. And Ombetari posters vote Erabina to help Mama reset Ghana. Vote number 2. And Ombe Dede. But Debiame say, you see, this Ablekuma North elections, I'll put it at the doorstep of Electoral Commission.
Aditra.
Yeah, elections, no. You know, say, nim IPAC meetings, and then him say, elections are, except the presidential that the general referee, that's the EC chairman, announces. The MPs, no, announcing the collation centers. And when the presiding officer, ever announces, say, Honorable Kisi, Dr. Winnie, there's no challenge about that. Eba Nisano, the first announcement was a Rabna and a Winnie. So the NDC were jubilating. Then the thing turned again, say a free year and a Winnie.
As a Rabna announcement, and one day announcement.
Easy from the coalition. Yes, the presiding. So the NDC were jubilating. Then the announcement came again, say. And you're rather than a but a free now.
As an announcement, so free.
The same easy. That's what I'm telling you. Say, I put it at the doorstep of easy. Omwa, and the penche na class of schools now kwashima no.
Yeah.
And no. Ehona, Oma hoarded the ballot boxes in we saying na.
And she.
Oh she. The entire well. NDC are blaming NDC are blaming the MPP. MPP are blaming NDC. Well, Prof, say who besame I mean nim nipa or she.
But when I would say wash no.
That's why I've said these two parties are blaming each other.
They be what say this
is a question.
Government has the power.
This is a question.
Why don't they bring?
But you also have the information. You don't want to give it out.
And you see.
Hamon, no information.
There are certain informations which needs not come out to the public domain.
How? But unim,
I don't know. So, Prof, you see, the American say, if I were to be a carefree year, I'll go and contest the elections. Why? Since time immemorial, Kwame Abatel's time, Ablekuma North has been strong ways of MPP. When it comes to parliamentary, presidential and the president, opposition, and there no doubt about that. But when it comes to parliamentary, no MPP. What you mutai MPP before? If I have to be a queer, I'll go and contest.
But I say queer so contest. My name is some campaign.
Debbie. Oh, but was it Enra was always say
Enra Jeff Kibai.
Yeah, almost say but you see
but as information we have today
they
shouldn't
because
the Greater Accra, the deputy Greater Accra regional organizer of NDC, and also they shouldn't mind MPP. They are underground, they are campaigning.
Because I had a conversation with Jibril.
Yeah, because
he tells me that as an MPP for 2 or we are campaigning.
They be to be honest with you, I've not seen any MPP pulling agents and up party sympathizers are all you see is NDC.
Posters
they be you not see only you see Arabna. But you see, I say a free and to win contest.
Why?
Or contest or be win. As I've said, no. Ablekuma not a strong MPP seat. Whether you like it or yes. Drop here. Or call first time, or call second time. The same thing happened. You call recount. And the marginal DBT NDC candidate, no. It was very slim. Very, very slim. I say a queer and now a queer sebita fracture, you see. In pain for a war, a baby, I say, Obi Tressa. We have politicians, we have this tendency to say, Otiona or ye bribi na no advice na onfa. And what I'm hearing say the president might even come there either today to Ablekuma North. Na ombe share adenimu kina. And now they are there, and this morning some MPs were in the constituency.
NDC MPs.
Yes. And between today and tomorrow, they'll come in their numbers because they wanted to win that seat.
How much is Ghana?
Well, me who saw be a Cheska Munda. Me who saw be a Cheska da.
Oh, nothing I was.
The owner me who saw be a Cheska.
But what say Omucheska?
Well, you see, for politics, say a Dubai elections are share their AC war JK constituency Quatin. Yes.
Jachi Quatin.
Yes. See what happened. Obia road kwapa ya abandoned for so many years. Edu that by elections. Now I wish Ablekuma Central Ombeye sa road.
You are talking about North.
Sorry. From Kwashiman, who back Kwashiman to Odoko station or driving school. Kwaning ye crap.
Now debut, my mimi say who area more no. Omuka say you see by announcement say there will be a rerun for some of the 19 polling stations on. And you be almost say NDC for no development be one.
Well, no.
Unya who be asa.
Debi.
But what so much is kadi?
Me who so much is ka.
But what is so much is ka?
What I saw, and he said they were jubilating. Say be rerun.
NDC for
yes,
and MPP for also they no my ID.
You see, MPP for no eba no. Some people had the shock because see the omu can say that 3 outstanding polling stations no I kind no say I call later call 19. So omusu say must 3 why now 19
okay.
And
we remember so man mama kwa amaro so na many Chairman Divine ending Komo, NPP Chairman for the Greater Accra region. Chairman Divine, I'm probably saying.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, say, Bibia, Ekosu Kama. Now, Ayabia no, Yabisa say, Aya NPP Amanyo Kuno, Aya queer free candidate, no, Ayadia, I can't see a because of Ablekuma North for the 19 polling station, no, Ayadia NPP for Mobesi Sakanana.
Yo, me da se de kan shower telephone nyina enra ye press conference na ye the position to draft for the sake of your listeners. Let me re-emphasize our position. Ye kan say ye nyina ye nim say 7 December 2024 ana ye kotu ye no at the end of it all no Ebeka 3 polling stations are now collation no incomplete. So the election process in those 3 polling stations no couldn't terminate. It is a ban say Sebi, they are no court because easy. Ya trying on one year collation no. And court no man direct to say electoral commission go back to Ablekuma North. Those 3 outstanding polling stations, no, go and recollect the results and declare court order new. And now, court no sama police order say provide armed police personnel security. Na omutumi easy and to me fanye ejuma no openyi ye twen ya ambaso na se obeka ya parliament and so free electoral commission say then e koso Ablekuma North omumbra e be chirchiremo omuko parliament represented by Dr. Bosman himself and omuko representation was say Aka 3 polling stations. This is from Electoral Commission and Kasa. Enti ye who ye ba ya 3 polling stations no say abedani 19 polling stations na 19 polling stations no someone back a woman say out of the 3 polling stations I name dada no omo be putting the 19 polling stations not together no one of those 3 polling stations no yira ye woman ye dwon a yeah, politicians, elections, yakwa, and I am say, never be brave to be to election, electoral process no more. And then when you see all these indications, actually, say there is something I miss, BB call wrong. Almost rerun of 19 polling stations. And a party no say, no, that cannot be it. And the assembly court. And now can say court position say injunction bisano almost to be my we've made our position clear that the position taken by electoral commission constitutes an illegality. And so for that reason, we will not be part of something we consider illegal. Yes, sir. Yes, setting wrong precedent or track electoral commission. But I you try a chair, they can say, yeah, mistake. No, be I refer to another Abochie, a BC, it's your position, they say. The process is wrong. It's an illegal process, and we will not be part of it. Clearly, this is our position. Whether the court grants injunction, request, not, no, we have made our position clear that as a political party, we will not be part of that rerun. And no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I don't know your candidate for a year Abochie a queer free. But maybe so is she comfortable with the decision of the party?
Well, that's a good question. If I should answer it, I'll say that a queer free honorable, in our view, the member of parliament elect did not run as an independent candidate. She ran on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Position our party they take here also no. And yet Adiana or Abontain. Though she was not a member of the National Executive Committee. And now I'm saying, as I'm not funny, she was invited into the National Executive Committee meeting also 3 days ago. At the Otimubi, yeah, friend Amana Banonso, you can say, Ononfa, the research team, near Yinka Umbra. Adina, yeah. Processes are from Wansana, yeah, arriving at the decision also. She was right in that meeting. Yeah, Drehu, a Konyaba, Sa, and Sana, we arrived at the position, what is here, say, no, the process, no, and it will not be part of it. So, because she is the party's candidate, no, the party's constitution enjoins us there. Decision taken by the party, no, you are obliged to go by it. I think Ubisamia and the answer, no.
And what we can deduce, they say, Onya happy with the decision of the party, but what the party has said, she has no choice than to comply with what the party has said.
Honestly, Enya Onunkwa, Miankasa, Unimi Kasa, as a regional chairman of the party, no. Sabi, that position, no, Enya Adia and Kamenije home. Enya Adia and Kamenije home, say, Senate Bia, Sompa since I war greater Krahano. Sabi, ya should be free. Eti Ebekwa Kopraji Bakwanka Hudia, and Kasamipe. But what we are saying is, if you look at the processes now, wow, to me, I can speak, say, a lot of us at the next meeting, you know, yeah, and can say political party that we exist to win election. So an opportunity better of Abochie a constituency. We have been winning that constituency, but we are seeing the process. Even if we go and we win the elections, we are saying, say, we will be setting a wrong precedent Abekmanov is our stronghold. We can go and win that election. But what we have done is that tomorrow somebody can make reference to this. That this thing happened in Abekmanov. And I'm playing so. And I'm call contest. No. So how come when they are saying where they it may not be one constituency at that time. One shall now acquire 5, 6, 7, 8 constituencies. Meanwhile, you have yielded yourself to this illegality already. Now, Abeye President, if you are referred to it, it's not a question of whether Obi is happy with it or not. Whatever it is, that is the decision of the party, and we are all constitutionally obligated to go by that one.
Divan, my friend, come on and see. But because for Futuma, a queer free year, a Futuma and Arbemano.
Oh, na a queer free year, Nadaroma, say, oh, yeah, me constituent, or no, me parliamentary candidate. So, me the Futuma man, the Sanka, public space. If there is something, what I'm picking from, Ukwetina, who be some nature say, BB, and they are picking till this, something may not be going too right. And to me, we are my friend, na BB Woha, na Mininaka, Wadaroma.
Shaman Diva, my friend, come on and see. For God and country, that's it.
Yes, me does.
Yo. Shaman Diva, I'll tell you, no, Edin Komono, Sauba, a greater Accra, ha. Chairman order MPP Amanyukuna no the friendly chairman divine or not is a no Edin Komo. Hamon, let me know Dingo.
Greater Accra Regional Chairman. So who am I?
Who am I
to comment on whatever is?
But the free and you happy.
Oh, well,
I the cry.
Well, or any pa.
And you do because in tell my pictures and because you see even with the 19 police station
Prof, let me tell you one thing. The 19 now or kono, I can tell you say about 15 belongs to MPP.
The 19
is their stronghold.
15 they belong to MPP.
Is their stronghold.
Is the party not doing a disservice to a free?
Is their stronghold. So that's why I told you, say, if I were to be a queer free year, I will contest, and I know I'll win.
So basically, if going by the chairman's rhetoric, this week we've lost 2 seats. That's what I say, because this battle, if your presence is not there, Masa, who's collating on your behalf is gone. But long and short, I think, sir.
But Anka, will say a free contesting. As a person,
from a personal political view,
yeah,
we die hard, we go full throttle, and then when we count and I've lost, that one I know that I have lost. Mm-hmm. That is what I do. That's the political animal in me. The chances are that you might think, sir, because the presidency is in the hands of the NDC, some people may want to vote, NDC.
Yeah, NDC.
So maybe you throw in the towel. But sometimes too, there are ways and means.
Yeah.
And as it stands now, I'm sure so no cry a free and share results on per only sheets or war for those centers. That's why she's very confident that if they can whip up the people by way of matchboxing and you become matchboxers out here, people will come out and do the do, regardless of the fact that the presidency, is in Honorable His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ablikuma North, deep blue, original, and let me add, say, and this is the time they might come and show that, you know what, we took a decision then, but we are sorry, we feel we want to correct it. And you'll be surprised. You might have an overwhelming, let me just say, deep blue, deep blue, Ablikuma North, what I mean, share a battles, Papa. Official town. Sometimes I Sakra, Block Factory. Edua he came there. in my very early years. No by and there's a block factory in I but this is the place anka it be redeem me maybe that's how I but then again those who take these decisions know more than I do.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also be a part of the show somewhere around 5:15 via 0260-196064 0260-196065. Na ukasano bibi say if you pay the conversation many divine edi na say 26 so it means that the next one should be Akwetia. There's going to be a by-election over there.
I know the I know I think I would never agree to not going. The reason why I think is if we choose a good candidate,
sympathy.
If we choose a good candidate or even more powerful, I mean, Amasei did it for us. If we go with her again, we can do magic.
Amasei?
Yes. We can do magic.
Oh,
say, I mean, listen, you should understand the dynamics. Part of her family is from the other side, so it makes it very easy. She's sort of a compromise candidate, if you think about it. Based on... I they say make her grounds.
Prof.
Make her grounds.
Oh, me more information. Allow me.
Make her grounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember how troubling it was. I mean, not because I'm talking for Brian, but Brian had to come in to bring a truce between Onone, late Ernest. What am I say? And it was so necessary because the party felt that she has a following. That's what am I say? And let me admit that even after that, there were skirmishes. But at the end of the day, if you intend to retain the seat, that was with Baba Jamal at some point. And I think the narrative has not concluded. So, woman, for some strange reason, the people like her. For some strange reason. Yeah.
Wow.
And you see, MPP, Prince Wahai in America, we have been lost on the fact that local dynamics matter. As a party, yeah, we be in the air. But local dynamics matter, and it gets to a point where if you don't even like the candidate and the local dynamics favor the candidate, go with the candidate. That's what I say. That is because you want to win the seat, and that is my hope. So, if we are letting this go this week, from what the chairman is saying, say will not be there because if you are not there, you've lost.
Okay, so now what's the story? Media, the paper is saying, say, Dr. Adamaku Kisi, Kase, NPP from Far Amasi Imra. You don't be surprised.
No, my point is that looking at the local dynamics,
based on the local dynamics,
and
you
based
feel
on,
she's the right candidate.
I think that if we should go with her, I mean, and you see, somehow, let me admit, I'm a former member of parliament. Mm-hmm. We sort of think of our own colleagues. And to a large extent, once she's qualified before, that means there's something about her that the people like, and you cannot discount it. Me, I'm a team of in fact, more than 2 or 3 times. I'll be lying to you.
Okay.
I'll be lying to you. I've not spoken to her for almost maybe 4 years, and I say me see as a minute in Kasai.
All right. Okay.
Maybe who no crowd here many. I don't know separate on the
Obia whisper into my ears say I must say me a stand supporter of Brian Champon. For that reason why.
Oh no. That one in fact I can admit here on your show.
All right.
If she is, I have not met her in that corridor.
Oh, okay.
Like, if she is me, I'm here. And you can even call her say Dabena. When was the last time you me? Okay. I've known her before when she was MP, but me call parliament there. I've not had that encounter.
All right, so thank you so much. Mamiko Prince in Jane Prince.
Yes.
So we should hear Kosola. Sir, one call uncle Siakai Ewo. But Obi phone. Sir, one call uncle Siakai Ewa Blikumanova.
Yeah.
then it shows say NDC for bedin kunim. Omudin kunim suswa. They now have 2/3 majority of 184 members. Oh,
but said 2/3 majority for all intents and purposes. No share. The independent candidates are only
4 of them now.
They have that. So I'm sure that all featured.
But as a party now, they will be boasting of 2/3 majority.
You know, boasting there. Right now we're past that. You know, what we need to look at right now is say the Almighty economy. And important to Ghana for. Ghana for share. See near I prof. Bisi basa.
As a name
yes.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
It's a beer line near so
Prof, so when you talk to businessmen and women, you get a very interesting dynamic that's going on. Economic activity is not moving, even at the rate of last year. Said the last GDP was 5.2, the reported GDP. It's less than what Nanado handed over. So economic activity has not picked up. Yes, road
but just yesterday we were told say almost
yes, 4 balances can be
4 out of 30. Almost 4 out of 31. Almost releases
so I beg you, and yes, say be but the hoopla now around say government is really performing here, you know. And na IMF a warning government said they have been artificially trying to keep the city at a rate now. And to be honest, any business may work for me from and we survey people, we talk to people constantly. And when you talk to business people, you see the reality. Your friend is saying 11 cedis a dollar or say 10 cedis near you. Go try be here so be
no, me kind of story no. What the IMF had said say now I say Bank of Ghana for try say ome massage the performance CD against the dollar. Because Bianca Sano pay the checks kakra me here and say interbank rate, you know. And no number 10-30 more. But meanwhile, when you go to the forex, and do 13, and do 13.
Oh, chief.
12, 4.
No.
But encore 13.
Sorry. Talk Rana. Sorry. We got more than 12-4. I'm telling you. Tonwa, we have more than 12-5. With all due respect, and I'm 13.
But
better because government no hand it over at the time and hand it over no dollar less than 15. So I say
14.75.
And government has not been spending.
And not only that, you see this, your friend is saying misunderstanding womupa. Like at the beginning of 2024, that dollar, no, you're projecting to say it will go down to 20 cedis to $1. That was the projection. By the end of the handing over, no, so say the dollar was less than 15. Do you know how that came about? It came about because of serious interventions that were put in place. We had an economic crisis. And the economic crisis, when you have a crisis, you put in measures to recover. It's rather unfortunate that the recovery did not completely turn things around for people to feel it.
Until I don't know say Ghana recovery of the economy, no.
Prof,
would you say that?
Prof,
yes.
I don't have to say it. It's a fact. And I will use the current government as the example. The current government, when they left office, were strenuously arguing and almost and that the recovery that the MPP, the performance the MPP was enjoying from 2017 was as a result of their interventions to recover the economy from doomsday. That's what they were saying. What changed? So we all talk in turns, but no credit the bako. Yeah, economics kakrano. So I'm economics book price before. So and
also an economic name
book price, book price.
Okay, that's
so what I say. I'm just telling you, it's economics as a, even though I'm not an economist as a professional. But I can tell you, sir, when you put in, if you had a crisis, a cash flow crisis, which happened around 2022, so what I say, it will take a period of time, and some recovery measures will be put in place. Will be fully. First, you stabilize the situation. What stabilize it here, which means a near dollar na a spiral out of hand. Any inflation, any boarding na economy, a cocoa do 50-something%. So what I say, you put in measures, and by the time the government handed over, no, inflation was down to about 22-23%. So that shows a trend clearly that the recovery was in process. So you know, government has come in. You don't take away credit from the government in terms of how they are managing things. And if you look at the gold purchase program, which includes the gold for oil and the gold reserves, MPP implemented with IMF, your friend is saying supervision. Okay, what happened was that the amount of gold, which went from just under 9 tons to 31 tons. So if you look at a agreement IMF any Ghana government it was specific up until the end of 2024. The amount of gold that any government releasing into the economy was a maximum of $60 million, 40 to 60 million maximum each month. So during that period, the government was quite constrained because of IMF program. That ended at the end of 2024 because we built the minimum required by IMF, which was about 30 tons.
But as we speak now, 32.99 tons.
Yes. So limit a threshold, hit it. That's the threshold. I think it was 32, not 30.
No, before you were leaving government, it was 31.37 tons.
So we were right there. So in fact, again, I keep going back, but as far as I can remember, we had just exceeded. So I think it was actually 30 tons.
All right.
As I originally said. So the bottom line is the government came in to meet a situation. There were no more limits, and so they went and pumped so much money, and they've been overdoing it. Because they no longer have the limits, because MPP government hit minimum thresholds into hard currency. That's what they are doing. They are overdoing it, and that's why you go to the market, people are not buying. You know, the biggest problem, I'll end with this. The biggest problem we have right now is businesses are very unhappy. You know why? Because people have heard this government is great. It's a settings government. OBN settings. Any PR.
I don't know how a settings government.
Now the
I'm for feeling the reality on the ground.
Prof,
say me call fuel station. Now me got fuel. I'm not fuel.
Because it mainly because oil at the time Nanado left government was $80 a crude oil barrel. 1 barrel was $80. By the time Mahama came in recently, it had come down to all the way down to 62. What percentage is that? That's more than 20% reduction. And you're lucky, but you see from until that we need to plan for the long term. So what I say 2017, the MPP's performance in 2017 was superior to the NDC's 2025. Say we need election in 2017. I say MPP we need fala me boy. By the time I COVID hit here you smoothness level. So your performance 6 months in, you came in, everything has been set up for you near no. Doesn't mean this government is so fantastic. With all due respect, but for managing at the end of the year, that's what we're saying.
For correction purpose, in December 2024, crude oil prices now over between $70 and $75 per barrel, not 80.
Okay, then I have to check my notes again.
Okay, so we check.
But as far as I know, Nana handy off I had it as 80. Okay. You're saying it's about 75.
Yes.
I will recheck.
All right,
but your mate me I end.
The
conclusion is saying the government and the business community is having a major problem. The major problem they're having is people believe dollar is low, and so prices need to be coming down rapidly. But when they go in, me, I'm also a businessman. They are not buying. Almost every businessman knows right now and Crawford tried here because some folks say prices never say anything. And Crawford. And it's a fantastic PR and settings. And man for believe say dollar na perform. Meanwhile, on the street, the real market, it's not true. And so people expect prices to be low. They are not buying. So we're depressing business activity. This is not good for us, and we need business. We need business moving, not some dollar politics, which at the end of the day is not being felt by the people.
Hammond, only Prince a yardring.
Prof.
Yes. Only Prince yardring.
Obi na ka na asem. Almost say niama bo abafom. Nanso Ghana for you. I was listening to Mr. Joe Jackson, and he said something.
Joe Jackson, that's
Dallas Financial Institute. Okan Assembly, or say inflation about 30.7%.
Yes,
but a ball of cake is
still the same.
Still the same.
5.7.
Still the same.
But honestly, we have a problem because those statistics, Ghana Statistical Service, they be able to have one thing. I don't see it having that kind of direct link with the actualities on the ground.
It doesn't. It doesn't because.
It should.
Because
but it doesn't reflect.
And
then since time.
There's always a lag.
You see, Prof.
Yeah.
Baby, I may say, governments are bad.
Charlie Cash guess that's a word.
But my mother-in-law crop on a frame from
yes.
See,
nice comeback.
See,
you see, about
dollars.
You see, they be amicase political parties. Omonfa Ghana for ending the year no kremu. I don't make us yes, say statistical service I call out. Ebia wakako hu honorable. Honorable ebia the quantum of food honorable ebetono. Obami wa I can buy it. But the man reporter or the need here no ebema example. Than going down to the ordinary Ghanaian. And then, Prof, Okra 5 cities out to Numkoko. This is a 10 cities plus.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Prof.
And I said 5 cities, I don't pay Manumkoko.
Numkoko 5 cities, what do you say?
Oh, we talk Coco 4 cities.
And what do you say?
And I'm every man to say. No.
What I'm saying is unless you tell me say unless you tell me say coconut auto and now okwa obrodo there no who see coco one and formally you talk tea bread 2 cities 3 cities now tea bread full one guys say 12 cities
I was 7 now what I got tea bread or have 3 cities.
Prof.
Yes.
Full one of the actual me say.
Yeah, actually 3 cities.
Me say now. Me say brown dog or beche.
I don't know. You have to say me and your dog more different economy.
Yeah, need different economy. What I'm telling you is, and then who got to cocoa? I don't pay. Me cocoa 5 cities ni sugar crop answer me
I'm I don't no me I don't pay prof cocoa 4 cities come with me
I hear me say cap me dog ending odoko off town junction before Adi junction
abba
Make me to Coco would have Abochie. Thank you.
Coco cocaine.
And Coco cocaine. Normal way say what I'm trying to say is this.
Yes.
And then also but it doesn't reflect in the ordinary pocket. Odoko, me can't just on board of 7 cities over here.
Oh, no, 7 cities here. Senior. Yeah, I thought you're saying 7 cities, 8 cities.
But what should it be so? And to which means say me pe dokuni china madia say me kwa 20-25 cities are me to me dokuni china.
But unim say wo Ghana ha yankasa nkasa hate me for any bonifo.
Ya na yeku yehu.
Yeah. Yeah, any bonifo.
Yeah, na yeku yehu.
Abnormal profits. Obi enya ne young. You say no dey sino. Obi enya ne young no dey caro.
Abambeti bibi so. Instead of the ordinary Ghanaian to benefit. Now yeku yehu. Hwe see the mineral prince AKE. And then was it Prof dollar who per dollar oko bank rampoa se sa unya
we sure
Prof
oko bank unya dollar
want to say kofa ko line
Prof who per dollar ko black market. You get as many dollars as you wanted, but they'll give it at the rate at their own peril.
That's the real market.
And too much say me dollar debit me tia say am because me call commercial banker
for 10 something
for $10,000 and not $5,000. Prof.
I'm telling you won't get.
Prof. And yes sir, save it a fraction because we don't belong to the sitting government and you remember do some you remember casa into the air.
No crepa.
Prof.
You will not get.
So I am checking.
Check. So Prof. Say who got $1
they will delay you unnecessarily.
Dollar or black market. Now they are importation.
They will delay you unnecessarily.
And the documents so they call him.
That's it. But there's a process you have to go through. So you don't tell me that if you go there, you not get it. Hey, they're not processing. You don't have it.
Business lined up. It was in the news. I'll find the news.
Prof.
They will delay you unnecessarily.
Businesses lined up.
That means that one say Abochie for Nankasano. A man for eco banks or $2 in the free. Abochie for Nabi. And you know, the Oman fa mechanism.
So what is the government doing to regulate this thing? Then a government here through the Minister for Finance. Munim said this is what is happening. Then quickly you come and do something because a bank will say 10.35 and not 10.4. Now we call Abochie I got $2, 12, 13. You expect me to say my crowns so way they are bar, but 2 cities. Prof, let's be realistic. And yes, NDC, yes, praise God. But the Abochie for no through the Minister for Finance, they should say something. Parliament should rise up and say something. Because black market, do they have a governing board? Are they being regulated? You go to Kaole, titio, no more fraud. You go cycle, titio, where price are. Where price school? And the highest bidder, I'll go to the highest bidder. And he said, me cranam cotona, Doctor Obama me, 12.3. Now Prince or the Bama me 13.2. Where do I go? Make a Prince up. And me go cry na money bar. Don't expect say anti who call so can we say almost $1, but still prices are still as it is.
Wow. Sentinel make catch us Ghana for Kasa any money for.
What's it about to Atifu also?
Yeah.
We said did you na GPRT for a can say to first.
Oh, no, there be some can say only 1 cedi never to so. 1 cedi per liter. Almost all better so but as we speak now, I'm from better.
Identity some July 16. Identity no mukasa. Yet if from also no say ayo mude say obia esre ayo mude omu pe na omu nya omu pe no person omu kwan mu enye hwam Why are we doing this thing to ourselves as Ghanaians? Debbie, I say, Prof, you see our political landscape, no. It is only a few that is enjoying.
And now, Kofi Kapito, the Castle Consumer Protection Agency. As about kind of say, in fact, I will Ghana, you're too about. One more enjoy it.
It is true.
I bend your my Ghana will be a home to order. You said one more, or bring the corridors of power.
It is true.
He said, Dr. Adumakone.
It is true. You see, it is true. That is why we share your political ways here. Yeah, call these elections. Because that is where the goodies will come. That is where the flat screen, the fridges, the money, the highest wins, the highest bidder wins. That is what be my 10,000, not be 20,000. Oh, honorable.
What is that?
Honorable, me, I'm not a delegate. Me not delegate, and I'll not even get closer to that place.
Delegate.
Me a PPP ni. Me a PPP ni. So me a delegate. That is why I make us say, Senanga, honorable maybe at 2028. So be jina wo anya so too ma. Ebia meko campaign ya mano. Because when say
situation because I just called a manager. I just called the manager of a bank right now. And I'm saying so when you $10,000. I say chale some no dey o.
So who dey want
me na botre. I say chale some no dey o. And they owe somebody say 15,000.
You see,
and just and
the prof, the ayaka and just say bit of fracture. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Tell them about this is so serious.
I know what I'm saying.
There's the real economy, and then there's the
That's what I'm saying. Say, Minister for Finance, they are no more. What are they saying? Eyo mude. Say niya mi kwa misika because $1 so menya. Me ko bank say be new, me ko black market, me ko price up no their money. And because I needed that money to import my things, I'll go for it.
Another banker also a manager. Also be sending the message say me here be $2,000. I say Charlie, it be ni ho.
Just 2,000. So
I say 2,000.
So prof, and yes SAB.
And then you almost settle 300 million euro bond servicing. And you see dollar now, you said that they are politics. No, very soon you see trouble say, and yet they say you'll be higher than it. You see the truth.
No, on this particular issue now. Issue in Brandy.
Yera Warren Buffett said moko swimming na tights in Bafoma you home one dress a year. So what he means by that is see you now is swimming. Yeah. But reality no certain and who's prepared. Truth of the matter is that no credit some of the factors that bore NDC Ashasiano was no spending from the government side. Another thing, Nelson said, now most of the MMDCs, governmental appointments, no money here. Until you get the holiday period, or expenditures are from, it helped them a bit. But to say, Yagani, you've appointed people and they have to work. Sikampa Moka, some they call assemblies in the crowd, them say Prina and Druye. And then there's also debt servicing. And the reality no air hit it. Now they make you kind say let's not think economy is just forex. Economy, I don't dare me share to force and make a the economy of the country is not dependent on forex. And America so they no more and to me ko. To me. Donald Trump called Saudi koje $1 trillion. No, right away, you have to know, say, Charlie. I mean, we can't be pegging and thinking that we are coming up. If you crash, you sign the tariff. I bought you make a cry. They call Amanone, and unfortunately, let me say this on air. Say, Ghanaians who consume Ghanaian food and a boy in terms of exports. But we need to move from what we do, sending cassava and yam to New York, to refining things that you a wider market. Ewo Abochie. Then we are moving forward. Na yenhwe kwanya ebeboama imports eswate toothpick nie abrobe. I mean, how can we import banana? Gary Crady and no kind of Gary. To the extent that, forgive me, me wo Connecticut that will be Edin shoe free wa bahaya na me show mo say drinking water. Crapu. Ghanaians think they have to bring to this country to drink.
But who said some foreign in Shobi Crown and Ghana?
Just
from the US cake.
We should not agree to this. We should not. As a serious minded country. Yeah, doing a forex. And to that extent, Mumfan Cheme, Diawa. And yes, I'm free. Kounti, but anka ne papa anka potowie ya neja yena ye didimuna instead of sa pyrex sign more na reduce indebtedness what mas nti mediba no si no if I had my way there should be no importation of orange juice, no importation of pineapple juice, tomatoes. We should grow it here. How can we go to Burkina Faso for onions when we have the same ways and means? Ain't you dear who grow too much. It's about time Oko Israel now share or more aqua processes and some when you ensure their irrigation. Then you ask yourself, say, Ghana, what are we waiting for? We have all the blessings.
But what I have been thinking about, and they say Ghana, so they now come and you may be a while. And can you see a crab by a man?
Ekutu.
Anka, pineapple juice.
And these are some of the things.
Even granates.
Nkatie.
Oh
yes.
Granates. You try granates. Foreign granates.
Now, you know, the hydrogen can say even wood no cry, the cut China normally they are kunya their brain. Whilst that shouldn't be the case. We're not serious minded.
But doggy, Obi Bisa said, Muna Muye Akrachi Fua.
Excuse me, I'm telling you the reasons there. I mean, listen, I've suffered this because me chairman drink as scratchy. What am I say? Yes, we are scratching you because we too know. These are the facts. And
wow, party for
against the prince here in America, it's unfortunate. I've said, we've sacrificed the intellectualism for rather a backward a year. Ama to say no, and in the for the moment, person could excuse me. What am I say? And I cry when I see certain caliber of people wanting to lead this party. Forgive me. What am I say now? And then on some story free had against me a sexist. Ya call my NDC for the Tokwani Nyema Buyeng. How can we allow, women to go as organizers? Excuse me, what am I saying? Because and I say you refeed your to yang and Richie. The next battle, let me be very candid here, wouldn't be for the sheep. Petumia, you need a fox type, lion type person. Because NDC Wohe says so much and say you need both muscle and brains for the next battle. Oh, then they're too young. Violence. Can't violence. Maybe you use me words carefully.
Yeah, but please be very careful because also you
use our word. No, me see. Yeah, me.
Or the muscle, anything.
Brains. We need the two.
Until the muscle no equity then. Brains no equity then.
Omone asoja for cry and talk. Where who be?
Until one a muscle. So it boils down to violence.
No. Me say one you're prepared, and let's be very straight with ourselves, and that's why I think that, unfortunately, some of us have not woken up to what really transpired in the last election. Here, Obuasi East MP Nenemi didn't come up to Sinisho. Party for Mbrantening Yifo Jane. And he had to agree in that room or lose his life. If we in the channel, he had to unwind all of that and say, Charlie, I was under duress. Into the North Parliament. When it was clear win. Into Mestral, I'm concluding on that note, say, and yet gentility in the debate between winning the next election. I'll be very frank with you. Into due time be about them sem kakra. Nyansa kakra. Dimdia kakra, honden kakra. Ne ada ebe ma mbana ko krokron kofobi. Yewia.
Loyal ladies.
No dem mbo any. Wise man. Inti we dey just on because we are where we are and you see it's a tough spot to be at. Truth be told, the last 6 months NDC has not done anything new. Let's face it. They haven't done. They have what project? They've done nothing.
And for the first 6 months, Samakaso rate you're more out of 100.
I think let me add this. For instance, all the things on the table are near, which some of us thought we had bitten more than we can chew. So as I say, as in your projects net dorsal. So as I say, net dorsal. And I think that if you better, appetite for big projects,
Sompa FM.
And they can't be.
Been a problem with and someone
Oh, sir, no. Oh, yes. Enti, Abuja.
I won't like to. What is that? I should. I catch the attention of the president.
So they need to move.
Yes, but
most
and that's a pokwase 1 hour.
Me tna impinifo nim ka se hwe I love the whole country. Nemom no baby wo ha ye kwan nipa 100 ne hu. Baby so ha ye kwan nipa 1 million ne hu. And that was the argument I was making for some very essential roads. Na emi ni wo say MPP wo hwe from Ankadome ekosi Kumasi Ankadi na ye dia. Na nkebe kwa Ankahini enye no. This road we should not have done it.
Now some dualizes our road.
Dual quadruple. Because let's be straight with ourselves. Anka free hako Kumasi. Masa let me say this. I had been driving while I bonting. Now me share timer me did free one end of the East Coast to the other end quickly. Now obi a free a hako Kumasi na undru ye. My goodness. I have driven more miles and yet arrived. We and no saying akoko sacha akoma again no akoko sacha akoma as I say now share hohoi send Peter they will never get an MP close to what Peter did. Who did for them.
Hammond, but maybe say MP for now Dr. Admaku Kisini Minia
Sakura for me.
They are singing praises for one more.
Yes.
Oh, I know say we a PPPD. But Obiswa Kachem say Nkrumah is now the Muchuchu Omokakra. And for this one day, me so the Muchuchu NDC kakra. And then
influencing. Most of the history now. Most of MPP4 came through the Nkrumah.
I don't know how your friend is there. I could see your friend is there.
But I said Nkrumah was CPP. Nanado was CPP at some point.
Yes.
To the extent that chairman of the party was largely from that right now there is a blend. You know, it's a blend.
But Prof.
Yes.
Then I may say nipa be what MPP could do is what they did for Ghana. Whether I would like it or yes. Senator Frache, Honorable Etienne, Oko Anyaso Tuma in his era, he did quite a good job. But I don't know why he lost to Tobin.
Internal.
He did a very good job.
Was it one party?
Oh, understand there's known.
We need to move on.
I'm interested.
No,
headlines.
No, he's making a point. At some point, no, making a very serious.
If I had gone out, I won.
Yes.
So that one is a fact.
Let's not be discussing.
I know there.
That's why I told you, sir, because I'm Odoko and must stay Abochie Salona Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Must stay Salona Hotel.
Le connaissez
Yes. So I know the way that he has done. Yes. Though when he was an MP, I didn't get closer to
normal movie.
And no, see America no MP before what they came to do. That is what God wanted them to do for Ghana.
And to Mahodi
Nyina.
Yes. Now, Edenti Enatio. So, I said, Mahodi Nina, no. Ghana for not the issue from Mono. Now, so change your mobile. You see, yes.
NPP, they make say they are their own enemies. Yes. Share. Prof, when the 88 MPs rose to the presidency, say ye finance minister, every what happened?
Dr. Naka
Senator President.
Dr. Naka
let me do one.
Now how does it? Prince, now how does it? Prince, how does it?
Prof, me can be a mouth.
Look at
the number of MPs we have in this parliament. What do you mean?
88, no. So see about 87.
It's about coffee.
Yeah.
And that's where you sit until say
you
the number of MPs MPP got in the way I in 13 parliament. And
this is the
ninth parliament.
I didn't remember 13. Sorry, I don't even.
Where ninth parliament?
And from the 8th to the 9th, the 9th parliament, exactly 88 seats.
Sir,
very unfortunate.
Okay, with the answer. But my main call line also nominated for doing for 5 minutes. But Dr. Adubagu, we are interested. Sir, 88 members of parliament.
But we were on the right side of history now. If you look at everything, and you know, I've always said that do it right so that you're on the right side of history. And right now, based on party's performance and everything, it's very clear to all Ghanaians that we were on the right side of history. And in fact, may I say that ye launch debt restructuring by, and which even proved that we were really doing the right thing, though. And you know,
reduced by about $6 to $7 billion.
I think we and admittedly, when Dr. Amin came and confidence came back, things were turning around. What's about say? And these are some of the nuances of governance. When your confidence in your finance minister dwindles, then it's very difficult.
All right, so 0260-196064, 0260-196065. Over to my friend, how do I drink today? They're back, but boy, you made Medimafo Herbal Center. Dr. Time, that's so. Dr. Time, that's so. Maybe I told you, yeah, but Modina Faho, Nampuno Wenya, a year, and Nemunsa Yadia, would if I hold betting a Eddie about. Again, say, Yenju, say, stroke, say, yeah, Junso Yawa, me part of modern Panafa when it's Medimafo Herbal Center. Dr. Time da so chronic diseases bia affect you bia no obomodena do weni fa ho a dia wo mesa yade no e dia ma from 0244 77 4282. Again, read them on 0500 727215. Hwehwemo and crying ewo Pokwase Maira Kumase omo ebuakwa agogo bia ne government school ne din hwere mo Dr. Time da so anyone ending kobo mpacho obetimi afred me pacho sere pennies ben on one trony then watch o matro dog. Baby Fakolawi. Was a free line so. Me pacho bet your friend 0260 1960 64 0260 1960. Me pacho bet your friend about Jumedius. Haja special local foods. Baby, I do with each other. We do papa edi. And what I kwa aye aduane bia say mutu zafi, say kokote, say jollof rice. Any other food that you can think about. Remember, Haja special local foods. Yeah, Juma free. Anopa non watching copy menumri non watching pay mu. Papa edi. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Me pacho udini baby akasa free.
Pacho efemi ejime kasa free kwabinya.
Ejei akasa free kwabinya me pacho eti why.
Yes. Where enka my friend before. Any penny for say abikuma election abano yakwa for tuna. Court for iron basa amaye. And I easy no. Ye wonipa e wa abikuma. Ka me say tanka empty penny for ma fine. Yen ko to abano. Na yen tre e easy say neni bebuase ma de said ya pa minim se se yi nyina ka boni e koto aba no ba entity be wini abale
okay
simple nyina nka
yo me da se pass by 0260 196064 0260 196065 very soon we'll be saying goodbye to listeners one more 80 show no hello good evening
bro
yeah mpacho wana minute gasai
akafia phobia niyo
kantamanto tisai
yeho ade one mo bible ne akafia ho antibia e kama
akafia bato yetie wai
ekoya ban we di anka nyenyenyenye
ekoya ban we di anka nyenyenyenye
na say ubia dabi mo na mo say dollar about from petrol about from na bibia for den dia then I say na ye twa dia ye ntwa and I don't know if fire is not an anchor no more yet. Prof, did come Mamia or Namisia, Dr. Brandon Campo, and I remember me a great years with Yao, and I just could ya. What him? I look Mariana here come was him. Remember me a great years, or ye may pa the platform grand also, the year campaign man, and more Tim could move, PM, Tim could him. Oh, Prof, I did you. I am not NDC for I am not say. Me now man just 4 years almost say show near the day I near man koyero taba wero ye koto ana say bia obedi
akafia
yes sir
to me be na manya obedi sense you nso be na ma say
na I'm saying all the ACT and independent school plan here 50 am no get near the day ye ko amokoto apa ke hu say the be ya ye nyintu near the day ko ya so me the meant to be na who to be no na majority no e ka say ya get ma say who support ya ka say e say o ma pani mama o support gay mu be eboa one e say Sam George
I know there akafia me untimi kasa asem say o ma pani support gay bi untimi kasa
prof
ye
Matias o ja na nado o mo ka je support gay o ma nka
o mo kan me kra me Matias ya ma o bonti sa so na we su me Matias
na no dia na sabi onye ni pa won Dabio, Prof. I'm going to calculate.
Akafia batoko no obi mrebi why. The Damia Duma Saturday we ba besra why. All right, but I say Sabre ye call your friend be abio. Dog your last words. Quick one, under a minute.
My word is that I think in the future MPP will not concede early.
In the future, NDP will not concede.
If we should lose, we will not concede early.
May that say. Okay, let's see. Let me talk to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Oh. Hello, good evening. All right, on Timenka. Hammond. What's the major turn here? Oh, there be.
Prof.
Yes.
Prof.
Yeah, fast.
Makami there, Madam Honorable.
May I say? Prince, yeah, go. Prince, what's the major turn?
Yo, Prof. Intimate.
Quick one, 30 seconds.
Now, make an extra to say, I buy a tremui, crisis I face, you know. I buy beer, ni Ghana history, our faces crisis like that. Mistakes were made by the government. And unfortunately, no, some mistakes no more problem, no.
Me that's it. Ebusia for Hannah Emma Kwamere Jumedi the see sorry. Up next, Ebusia Hot Bite News. You're from me, Prof Abochie. Akosia Ago Abochie. Etanasi, the Queen.